The information provided in this episode is provided for general informational purposes only and may not reflect the current law in your state or country. By watching and listening to our episode, you understand that no information contained in this episode should be construed as legal advice and no attorney-client relationship between you, the host, or guest. You are advised to seek legal counsel concerning your legal question or concern from a lawyer licensed in your state, country, or appropriate licensing jurisdiction.
Good evening, USA. Hello, Texas. Good morning, Philippines. And of course, good afternoon sa Australia. Good evening naman sa Canada. Hello to all Filipinos wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Usapang OFF THE RECORD. I am your host. My name is Aileen, Ligot, Dizon. I'm an attorney licensed here in the state of Texas and in the Philippines. And I am the managing partner of Ligot, Dizon Law Firm that is based here in Houston, Texas. Mapapanood at mapapakinggan nyo kami every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time dito sa, of course, Texas and Central Time, of course. And sa Philippines naman, that'll be Saturday na. And since nag-adjust ng ating time, instead of 10 a.m., ay 11 a.m. na tayo ngayon. So bumalik na tayo sa dati nating time. And of course, we are live stream via Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy, YouTube channel, and Facebook page. Kaya like and follow so you will be notified of our upcoming live shows. Kami rin ay mapapakinggan via Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and Listen Notes. And if you are joining us on the live show, you may post your comments, your questions, your greetings, and I'll try my best to read them all during the show. And if you have any questions also, we'll try to address your questions, either it's for me or for our guest for today. And of course, our topic for today is just the start of a series of maybe 3 episodes about foreign teachers teaching here in the United States. And of course, we would like to reach out to the teachers, our foreign teachers who are actually already teaching in their countries, like in the Philippines. If you already have your 2-year experience in teaching, we would like to reach out to you. You might be interested in teaching here in the US. So you might be able to get some good information from us and from our guest today. And of course, today we have 2 parts ang ating show. So the first part, I want to show you some statistical and demographic portrait of foreign teachers in the United States so that magkaroon kayo ng idea kung gaano karami ba ang mga nagtuturo dito na galing sa ibang bansa. And that way you'll see that there is an opportunity for you here. There might be an opportunity for you here, only if you want to try, of course. And sa second part naman ng ating show, we will talk to Teacher Rax or Miss Rax, who is a foreign teacher here in the US. Actually, she will share her immigration story of how she ended up teaching here in Houston, Texas, specifically HIC, which is Houston Independent School District. Okay? Kaya naman, let's start na, no? So, like I said, we're going to talk about some numbers here, okay? The goal here is for you to see ano nga ba ang status ng mga foreign-born teachers dito? Marami ba sila? At saan-saan sila nanggaling? At saan-saan sila matatagpuan dito sa US? Saan-saan sila nagtuturo? So yung mga tatalakayin natin off the record, of course. Now, if this is if you find this interesting and you have some questions, feel free to post your comments. And we'll try, like I said earlier, we'll try to address those questions during the show. So, but if you post your questions after the show, I can't promise that I'll be able to reply to you, okay? But remember, sa ating disclaimer nga, definitely, if you have more specific question based on your specific circumstance, you might need to consult an attorney who is knowledgeable and experienced in this field of law. Okay, so anyway, Foreign-born teachers. First, when we talk about foreign-born teachers, we're actually talking about teachers who are educated in schools outside the U.S. and definitely not native U.S. Teachers here. You're educated outside the US, you were born outside the US, you had your experience teaching outside the US. So, sa amang country kayo anong galing. But if you're nagtuturo kayo outside Texas, pero within US, then you may not be considered as foreign-born teachers. Um, unless, of course, you came from a other country. Then you just move here, okay? So at least we know the category. So you will see if you fall under that category. Then this information is for you. Okay, so alam nyo, I also had experience teaching in ISD here, Independent School District. So if you're not familiar yet, we have our elementary school, we have our middle school and high school. Yan ang mga uh, um, uh, pre-secondary, okay? Pagka, ano na, after high school, then yun ang ating mga post-secondary school. Okay? Para at least alam natin yung mga terms natin na gagamitin. So, I prepared a slide. I prepared slides. Marami pala slide. I think about 8 slides. So, you can see, you can have a visual look and also to be able to give you visual representations of these numbers, because sometimes like be as a teacher, if you're a teacher, you definitely know that there are many um, ways to learn, right? And there are many styles of learning ang bawat estudyante. Meron tayong visual learners, meron tayong kinesthetic learners, di ba? Abstract learners. So that's why ngayon meron din tayong for visual learners. So let me show you the numbers here, okay? Ayan. So I'm not sure how big is it on your screen, but if you can, I think you can enlarge this on your end. But this one is a, what kind of data is this? This is a graph, right? This is a graph. But I'm trying to remember my years of teaching sa math class, di ba? We used to plot data. So makikita ninyo dito sa US kasi foreign-born teachers, they usually, of course, educate Americans as well as immigrants. Okay, because marami din tayong mga immigrant students dito. And the teachers coming from other countries, they serve as cultural ambassadors for immigrant students dito. Siyempre, yung mga immigrant student, they're not very familiar siguro sa mga customs, traditions dito, cultures dito sa US. So yung mga teachers, they serve also, yung mga foreign-born teachers natin, they serve as cultural ambassadors and para dito sa mga immigrant students natin. Okay, so makikita ninyo, actually it's probably not showing here, but just want to let you know that noong last school year 2021 to 2022, there were about 376,086 classroom teachers dito sa US, and we're talking about foreign-born teachers, and this data is according to TEA, Texas Education Agency, dito sa, of course, Texas. And however, nearly or about 12% sa mga teachers natin nung 2021 to 2022 school year ay umalis. They left the profession. So maraming nabakante. And ngayon, this school year, we have about up to 10% naman na mga umalis na teachers. So, and dito nyo makikita na we really need teachers. I don't know what's going on, and this is we're not going to talk about the reasons why they're leaving. They're leaving the teaching profession. There are so many reasons. Could be personal, could be financial also. But like I said, we're not going to discuss about that. We're just going to look at the numbers today. Okay, we might be discussing that later on sa mga susunod pa nating episodes. Okay, now, makita niyo dito, so figure 1 na ito. By the way, this data is, my source is at the bottom. And you can see here, these are the share of teachers who are foreign-born by teaching category. Okay, so this number is actually all over. It's not just Texas. Makita nyo dyan. You see that foreign-born teachers fall into many immigration categories, ha? Ibig sabihin, may mga naturalized na, may mga green card pa lang. So, lahat-lahat na ito when we say foreign-born teachers. And of course, makikita nyo rin dito yung mga meron lang silang temporary authorization. So, depende doon sa visa nila na pumunta dito as teachers. So, they could be under an H-1B visa or they could be an H-1B workers or J-1, yung mga cultural exchange visitors natin, if you're familiar with those. I think in the previous, sa mga previous episodes natin, we already talk about this. But we might be digging deeper into this later on sa mga susunod na episodes natin. So dito, makikita ninyo sa figure 1, you'll see 11% of preschool and kindergarten teachers dito ay foreign-born teachers. So yan yung I think that's, ano bang color? It's the green color. Yan yung foreign-born teachers sa preschool and kindergarten yan. Now you'll also see there sa elementary and middle school, about 7% are foreign-born teachers. And sa secondary school, which is yung high school, about 7%. And special education, yung special ed natin, about 6% are foreign-born teachers. And for post-secondary, which means after high school, ay malaki, 22%. So marami tayong mga foreign-born teachers sa mga colleges and universities. Yan. So, as compared naman yung yellow color or orange, yellow na yan, those are the native teachers. Meaning, dito sila na-educate, dito sila napanganak, they're from here, they're natives here. Okay, so again, the source here, ang data na to is over 5-year sample from Integrated Public Use Microdata Samples. So from the year 2012 to 2016. So, ito yung current data natin. Ito nakikita ninyo. Okay? So at least you will have an idea. Ganun pala yun. So, marami rin tayo mga foreign teachers dito sa different categories na yan, levels. Now, if you look at the next slide, yan. So dito naman, figure 3, foreign-born teachers by citizenship status. So dito naman, pinapakita naman na overall yan siguro, 56% of all foreign-born teachers ay nag-naturalize to US citizens. So, pag nagturo ka dito, you may have a chance kasi whatever it is yung visa mo, like I said, depende sa visa mo, no? Pero if you perform really well at nagustuhan ka ng school, you have a great chance of being petitioned as a permanent resident. So you're gonna get your green card, and later on magna-naturalize ka into US citizen. And so ito yung data natin dyan, sa preschool and kindergarten, 39% ang mga foreign-born teachers are already citizens. Yan. So for elementary and middle school, 30% they're already citizens of the US. Nag-naturalize na sila. For secondary school, makita nyo, 33%. And for special ed, 31%. And of course, yung mga nagtuturo sa colleges and universities, 59% sa kanila ay mga naturalized na. Naturalized US citizen. So most likely their families are already here too. So if you intend later on to teach here and stay here for good, naturalize, you see the numbers right now, it's not impossible. But of course, you have to prove your worth, diba? Ganun naman yun eh. So if you have to perform really well, the school will like you, your performance, they will file for a green card, and later on, you can naturalize. Okay? So, yeah, yan ang mga in terms of foreign-born teachers na mga US citizens. Now, ito naman next data dyan. I just want to show you yung genders among foreign-born teachers by teaching category. So if you notice, sa preschool and kindergarten, mas marami, 19% sa mga foreign-born teachers ay mga babae. Yan. So for elementary and middle school, 80% ay female and 20% ay male. Mga foreign-born teachers lahat ito. And for secondary school, marami pa rin, majority pa rin ng mga female, ang mga males naman ay 37%. For special ed, mas marami tayong mga female teachers, 85% and 50% naman ng mga male. And for post-secondary, which means after high school, colleges na yan, mas marami na yung males ng mga teachers, sa mga professors yan, kaysa doon sa mga female. So, just want to show you in terms of gender distribution or in terms of genders. Yan. Okay, so now, siguro naman nasusunod yung tanong, nasaan ba yung mga foreign teachers? Marami ba sa Texas? Marami ba sa Texas yan? So let's look at the data. I wish I could make it bigger. Hopefully you can see it there at your end. So this is of course the map of the US. And if you notice, left side, yung brown color yan, sa West Coast yan. Ang may pinakamaraming foreign-born teachers. Yan, 16%. Ano yan? Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii kasama din dyan. Ano? Yan. So they have about 16% mga foreign-born teachers are here. Ngayon, susunod dyan na may pinakamarami ay yung orange, which is the Middle Atlantic. Ayan, ang New York, Pennsylvania. Marami tayong mga foreign-born teachers dyan. I think also Filipinos, marami dyan. And also sa California, marami rin ng mga Filipinos. Yan. And then, susunod dyan yung katabi niya, yung Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, yan, Massachusetts. Yan naman, 11% are foreign-born teachers. And sa baba niyan, makita mo yung Florida area, mga 11%. In Georgia, marami din, 11%. And susunod na tayo dyan sa Texas, 10%. Yan. Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. Marami rin sa Louisiana kasama. So this is the distribution based on this data. Okay, again, this is based on a 5-year sample from 2012 to 2016. So wala pa tayong update. Wala pa akong data for the next 5 years after that. But at least you will have an idea kung nasa ng concentration of foreign-born teachers. Not necessarily Filipinos, foreign-born teachers. Yan. So ngayon, siguro naman, ang susunod ng question ay, saan ba sila nanggagaling? Diba? Saan may pinakamarami? Sa tingin ninyo, saan may pinakamarami na countries ang pumupunta dito para magturo? Okay? So, tingnan natin yung next slide natin. Ayan. Okay. So, hopefully you can see it there on your end. So, eto, makikita ninyo, it was, in-split nila yung data, no? Non-post-secondary teachers, ito yung elementary, middle school, and high school. Sa baba naman, post-secondary, yung mga colleges na after high school. So, yung pinakamalaki dyan, which is 68%, ay galing sa India. So marami tayong mga foreign-born teachers na galing sa India na nagtuturo sa elementary, middle school, and high school. 68%. Asa ng Philippines yan, yung orange, which is 5%. So 5% of foreign-born teachers came from the Philippines between 2012 to 2016. So baka mabago na yun. Parang dami nang dumating ng mga Filipino teachers. So this data probably already have changed a lot. But like I said, we're looking at 2012 to 2016 data. So yung Mexico din, 15%. Marami ring mga galing sa Mexico. Meron tayong galing sa Canada, which is also 5%. 4%, sorry. And Cuba, 3%. May mga teachers din tayong galing sa Cuba. And then, yung other 5% dyan are coming from different countries na. So meron ding nagagaling sa UK, mga teachers. Yan. And then for post-secondary naman, which means after high school, mga colleges and university teachers, ay pinakamarami pa rin ay galing sa India, 59%. And ang wala tayong data for Philippines here. But yung 17% ay from China, and then Korea 5%. And then 3% ng Mexico, and all other countries, nandito tayo malamang sa all other countries, 12%. Yan, Canada 4%. Okay, at least you have an idea kung saan nanggagaling yung mga foreign-born teachers na nagtuturo dito sa US, na nagturo or nagtuturo pa rin hanggang ngayon. But this one is from 2012 to 2016, 'di ba? Oh. So yung mga I hope to see more sa post-secondary teachers coming from the Philippines. At na natin mga masterals diyan na mga teachers from the Philippines, 'di ba? Okay. So, ngayon naman, the next one I'd like to show you, 2019 data, pero it's just, showing you maybe just a small number, or I'm not sure if you can see it on your screen. But this one is just a 1-year sample, which means 2019, ito galing sa American Community Survey. It's showing here yung mga immigrant workers in education sector. When we say immigrant workers, not necessarily teachers, meron din tayo mga nursing aid na mga foreign-born nationals, or mga teacher aid, yan. So mga foreign-born workers in in the education sector, yan. So you'll see there sa California, I think, look at the green color, yun ang mga foreign-born workers. Workers na, not just teachers. So makikita ninyo yung differences. Marami sa California mga foreign-born workers sa education sector. Yan. And then, ito naman sa primary and secondary education, nakikita ninyo, dito largest 15 states lang naman, hindi lahat ng states yung pinapakita. Marami pa rin sa California. Sa Texas, medyo marami rin na mga foreign-born workers na nasa school or nasa education system. So, hindi lang mga teachers yan pinapakita dyan. Okay? So, again, ito, let me see if I have one from the university. Ito, select occupation in colleges and universities naman. So, in 2019, there were almost 785,000 foreign-born workers sa U.S. colleges and universities. Okay, so anyway, these are just, like I said, we'll talk about data, right? So these are the data. At least you'll have an idea kung saan nanggaling ang mga foreign-born teachers at nasaan sila dito sa US at gaano sila karami. And of course, it also includes yung mga foreign-born workers sa education system. Now, I think we have some comments here. Let's go ahead and read some of the comments before we go into a short break. So let's look at ito si Emily Canarejo. Happy tuning on Texas channel. An interview of our very own Teacher Rax Colangoy, viewer from Manila, Philippines. So Emily is in Manila right now. So thank you for joining us here sa live show. And also, sabi ni Noemi Silvio, me too. So nasa Philippines din siguro si Noemi, watching from there. And again, sabi ni Emily Canarejo, good morning here in the Philippines. Yeah, I know, marapit na magtanghalian dyan, di ba? And then, ito naman si Shirley Alberto, sabi niya, grabe, galing naman ni Miss Rax. Sino ba si Miss Rax? Siya lang naman ang ating guest for today. So, siguro, it would be better to hear the story from Teacher Rax pagbalik natin after a short break. So, don't go away, stick around. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello to everyone from Roof Chamber Radio. I'm encouraging all of you to stay here, stay in this chamber. If you want to be inspired, you want to be encouraged, this is where it's at. And we're all going to need this, especially, in this new year that we're in. We don't know what's up for tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week or next month. But I believe that when you gather with people who believe in the power, the faithfulness, and the goodness of the Lord Jesus Christ, there is power in that in itself. So, stay here. Stay in the Roof Chamber Radio. Be inspired, be encouraged. And let's all go through life, not on our own, and more than just with each other, but let's speak the faith, let's share the faith, let's live by faith, and let's walk by faith. God bless you all, everyone from Roof Chamber Radio.
And we're back dito pa rin sa Usapang Off the Record, and we're still talking about foreign-born teachers here in US, in the US classrooms all over the US, of course, not just necessarily Texas. But I'm excited to introduce to you, makakasama natin ngayon, makakakwentuhan natin, ay she's a foreign-born teacher, specifically coming from the Philippines. Yan, and yung iba nga nating mga viewers already mentioned her name, but Teacher Raquel or Miss Rax kung tawagin, siya dito ng kanyang mga estudyante. She actually graduated from Philippine Normal University with a degree in BSE Speech and Theater Arts. So mga sining na sa pagsasalita at teatro. Yan. She graduated in 2005 and she taught, I guess, for 17 years sa theater. She taught sa theater arts sa Filipino language and Filipino as foreign language. Yan. And she came to the US in September of this year. So talagang bago lang September lang. Ano lang ngayon? November, right? September, October, November. So really about 2 months na nandito na siya sa US. So she came here under a J1 visa, so which means cultural exchange visitor tayo or teacher, yan. And she is currently teaching theater arts for grade 8 sa HISD, sa Houston Independent School District. Grade 8 is a middle school. So after ng grade 8, grade 9 na yan, high school na. Okay, so grade 8 is the last level sa middle school. Okay, so let's welcome dito sa Usapang Off the Record, Miss Rax.
Hi, good evening and good morning po sa Pilipinas.
Good morning, good evening, Miss Rax. I can't see you. Is your camera turned on?
Yes, it's turned on.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm the only one not seeing your face on the camera. Hopefully, ako lang. So, let's see. I think it's blank. Can you put? Of course, we want to see your face, Miss Rax. So let's try to maybe turn off your camera. So sometimes technology.
Yeah, it's on. I can see myself.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just me. Hopefully, it's just me. Let me just check, huh? Sorry about that. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Am I the only one? Let's check. Yeah, actually, Miss Rax, hindi lang ako ang dinakita sa'yo. Okay, so maybe you can. Yeah, because we want to see your face. We want to. I believe you have some friends here who are joining us
I'll
on the
leave
live
and
stream.
then I'll come back.
Okay, sige.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, so we'll wait for Miss Rax to join us again. And like I said, nangyayari yan sa technology, mga glitches. Yan. But while we're waiting for her to come back to us, and hopefully we'll be able to see her using her camera. I just want to say that there are so many ways you can come here as a teacher dito sa US. And of course, it begins with the process of applying, no? Kahit naman sa trabaho, if you don't apply, you're not gonna have a chance to get a job. So you gotta have to start by applying. And I believe yan ang ginawa ni Miss Rax. And let's bring her back if she is ready.
Yeah, hello.
There you are. I see your face now. So I believe yung mga friends mo, nakikita ka na nila. That's right. Yeah, so Miss Rax, kumusta na ang 2 months mo sa pagtuturo?
Still adjusting, attorney, but then fulfilling, and I think I'm learning also from my students and from this experience.
Well, that's good because ganun naman we learn from each other, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, so ang una kong gustong itanong sa'yo, Miss Rax, alam mo marami tayong mga teachers sa Philippines, and that they might be interested also, why? The question why. So what are the reasons why did you seek the teaching job in the US? Because you're already teaching in the Philippines, right?
Yeah. Actually, attorney, it was like unplanned because I was already okay in my position in the school where I taught in the Philippines. It's an international school, so most of our class A students are studying there from a prominent family. And then last year we were in Hawaii with my family because my husband was invited. And then because of the pandemic, we keep on like we extended like for 5 months. So when we were there, I don't want to waste my time, so I was able to get a certification in the Hawaii student teachers board something certification. So when I came back to the Philippines, parang hindi ko alam, siguro nung nasa Hawaii ako, meron ako mga nasendan ng mga resume and mga
Mhm.
application. And then, yun. So, hindi talaga namin na-expect. Parang June ako nag-submit sa HISD or June nila ako tinawagan. Parang ano pa nga 7 p.m. sa Philippines. Tapos they sent me an email that at 10 p.m. I will have an interview. And then, June 22 yon, parang July 10 meron na akong job offer. July 8 meron na akong visa. So it was very fast.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it all happened this year, right?
Yeah, this year, June 22, 2022, July 10, 2022, and then July 8, 2022, I already have my visa. So it was very fast. My the teachers who applied also, they were telling me na you're a buzzer beater because there were no sponsors, visa sponsors available. Pero how come you have already? Parang I was the last one that they hired. And yeah, I was very grateful for the Lord. Why did I choose to teach here? Maybe it's really the heart to be of help also in the Philippines, because we can have more. The more we can have resources, the more we can give to people, right? So maybe that's
Mhm.
really the heart, my heart and my husband's um heart, to really help more people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course. Being a teacher is really the advocacy is helping,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Through education by educating our students. Ngayon, curious lang ako, ano? Because you're in Hawaii, so why HISD? I know you said that you sent applications for to different school. So
Yeah.
how did you, paano mo naisa, dami ng mga ISD all over the US? Naisip mo pang HIC, Houston Independent School District.
Yeah. Attorney, actually, hindi ko talaga siya yung parang, that's my aim na I will go to Houston, Texas. But I remember when we were in Hawaii, we were in Waikiki, and then there was a couple who talked to us and who even prayed for us and told us that, you know what, I can feel that the Lord will bring you and will let you live here in the US. And then they were telling us na, we live near Lakewood, and it's a better place to raise your children. Tapos nito na lang namin na-realize ng husband ko na totoo nga yung sinabi niya, na kasi before we were afraid na yung Texas puro mga cartel dyan, mga drugs, ano. Tapos when we were here na hindi pala, parang very homey yung area.
Mhm.
Although of course there are some places na hindi acceptable, pero hindi ko na-expect na sa Houston din ako mapupunta, kasi I was aiming also during that time yung Hawaii, kasi nga nandun na kami. Pero I
Mhm.
think that's not the plan of the Lord. It's really here in Texas. Hindi ko siya hinahanap, attorney ha. Nakita ko lang siya sa internet. Tapos parang nag-send lang ako. Tapos tinawagan ako agad ng HISD. Hindi tinawagan. In-email agad ako ng HISD. Mm.
Mm. Well, that's good. I mean, ako personally, I like you're in Houston. It's very diverse here, and you probably can tell. So, just give me a picture of your classroom. What is the demographic? So, yung ano mo,
Yeah,
yung
parang
classroom mo.
I think it's 90% Hispanic, and then
Mhm.
10% of course the other Americans, and then parang siguro 0.01 lang yung mga um other nationalities, but mostly Hispanic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what is the school, specific school where you are teaching right now?
I'm teaching right now at Baylor College of Medicine Biotech Academy at Rusk.
Okay, so this is the school, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Is
Yeah,
it
it's a
really
magnet
nice sa
school. Yeah,
loob?
magnet school.
Mhm. So tell us a little bit about the school.
It's before it was a STEM school, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now they added the A, so it became STEAM. They added arts. So right now, grade six they will take arts or visual arts, and then grade seven will take music, and then grade eight they are taking theater arts.
Oh, and yeah, and we were talking earlier na so yung mga estudyante dito na magga-graduate at pupunta sa high school, they may be interested going to HSPVA, which is the high school for performing, HSP performing and visual arts. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
HSPVA, which is a very, very nice high school. It's
yes.
in the downtown area. It looks like it's a small college already, but
Mhm.
it's a high school. Yeah, so it's really nice. How far are you from here? I mean, where do you live right now?
We're 30 minutes.
Where are you staying? Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes far from the place where I'm living and there to Baylor. But if it's traffic, you know how traffic it is here. So it's like 45 minutes away. Yeah.
So are you driving now
Not
or
yet, not
not
yet.
yet? So when do you plan to get your driver's license?
Maybe after summer. I'm
Oo.
afraid of the freeway. Yeah.
Everybody naman went through that. Kahit ako noon, I was scared of driving on the freeway. But, it's a necessity here especially here in Texas. There's not a lot of public transportation,
Yeah.
unlike sa, New York, no? Konti lang dito. So mostly people are driving. So if you really wanna go to some places, you need to learn how to drive and you will see how much convenient yang 'pag natuto kang mag-drive. But
Mm.
yeah, you'll the courage mabubuo mo yan in the process. So sinong hahatid sa'yo sa school?
Yung husband ko.
So he's
Yeah.
driving you now.
Yeah.
So your husband, because you're on J1 visa, so your husband is on a kasama mo siya, J2 siya, and you have kids, right?
Yes, I have three kids. I was able
Uh,
to bring them with me.
yeah, and so are they going to school now also?
Yes, the eldest is with me at Baylor. The middle child he's in Pasadena ISD, and then the youngest is at home. Yeah.
And how long is your J1 visa?
It's 3 to 5 years.
5 years. So, let's say lang, what's your plan after 5 years?
Uh,
It
we don't
depends.
we don't know yet. It depends.
It
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kasi dito, it depends on your performance then. Parang sa Philippines din 'di ba may mga evaluations 'yan.
Yes.
So if nagustuhan ka ng school, like I said yung pinakita ko kanina maraming nagna-naturalize ng mga foreign-born teachers dito because they find, nag-ano ka sila nagpe-perform sila and the school nakikita nila yon na asset sila. So they actually initiate, the green card process. And of course, if you get your green card, that is already a path to citizenship.
Yeah.
After 5 years, of course, if you comply with the requirements, makakapag-naturalize ka. Kasama mo pa yung buong pamilya mo dito kung you're already married and you have kids, di ba? Now, you already mentioned about yung process, mabilis lang yung sa'yo eh. And it looks like it's direct hire kasi
Yeah. It's a
very
direct.
bold ka rin na nag-apply ano? Hindi ka nagdalawang isip? O
Dalawang
sige nga,
isip ako
subukan ko na lang
actually
ito.
because I was watching something like in Netflix about
Oo,
drugs and everything in Texas. And then
mm.
here you go, you have a job offer in Texas. So, but then I was like searching, and then there were like people who were telling me na, oh, the cost of living there is good, and then I think the school that's getting you, it's a good school also. So there, and then my husband was telling me that if all of us will be given a visa, then it's God's will for us. But if not, then we will stay. So even the other teachers here, they were wondering how come you were able to bring all the kids and your husband, and then our sponsor told us that we can only bring our family after like 6 months or after two
Mhm.
paycheck. But me, I was able to bring them along with me. Yeah.
So can we say you're like a special case or
Yeah.
or just
Yeah.
a lucky one? Well,
What
the
I
HIS
did
is really in need of teachers
Yes.
for
What I
sure.
did,
Yeah.
attorney, was that because they told me that I have to bring along with me my husband and then my children will just follow. What I did, I enrolled them right away. And then I asked the
Mhm.
school to give me a, what is that, the acceptance letter. And then the acceptance
Yes.
letter, I showed it to my sponsor and I've told them that it will break the hearts of my kids if I will leave them.
Mhm.
They are minor.
Hardship, huh? Mhm.
Yeah, so no one will take care of them, and then I cannot go back right away to get them because I don't want to leave my class also. So there, they approve right away the DS 2019 of my children.
Yes. So, how old are they? Yung mga
11,
bata?
12,
Mhm.
9 and 3 years old.
Oh, wow, yeah, 3 years. So, do they all go even the 3 years old, they she is it a she or a he?
All of them are boys. So
Oh,
the young,
wow.
their names are Red, Seth, and Go. So
Hi,
Go
Red, Seth, and Go?
So go just stay at home with my husband. Although
Mhm.
my husband was able to get already his EAD, the
EAD, which is the
authorization.
employment authorization document
Yeah.
allowing him to work
It
here
was also
legally.
very fast, attorney. Like 3 weeks only, it was approved.
That was fast. Yung mga iba kong final ko umabot pa ng 4 months. So, I
Yeah,
think it depends on, sino yung nagpa-process. Kasi
yeah.
'di ba siyempre yung mga officers ng USCIS din sometimes they have backlog. So, it depends kung kaninong, desk mapunta yung application mo. Good for you, 'di ba? Parang nag-a-align yung mga stars sa'yo,
I guess he was.
So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you're also lucky to be in a very good school. As dito sa especially dito sa Texas, because of course kahit naman sa Philippines there are yung mga schools meron din kanya-kanyang mga reputation yan eh, mga reputation yung mga schools na yan. So, my next question sa'yo is siyempre ang J1 is a cultural ambassador ka, 'di ba? So, how did you prepare yourself for cultural differences? Because it's very different yung classroom setup natin sa Philippines, yung relationship ng mga students sa teachers. I'm telling you, coming from, HIC and Fort Bend din na nagturo din ako, makita mo talaga very different. So, how did you prepare for that? Did
I
you?
thought,
Did you
yeah,
prepare for it?
I thought at first I was prepared already. Because
Mhm.
right, I've mentioned a while ago, I came from an international school wherein most of the students there are foreigner. They have also cultural. We have different or multicultural differences. So but then during the first few weeks, it was really hard for me to, because I started after like 1 month after they opened the academic year. So I have to build routines again. I have to build the rules and the agreement with the students. I think in 121 students that I have, I can say that I only have like 8 students that are really challenging. And then
When you say challenging, is it
challenging
behavior or
yeah,
academic?
challenging in terms of behavior. Because when you
Uh-huh.
ask them to perform, these are students who are good when they perform, as in they are good in acting. I cannot give them low grades because of when I ask them to read a script, they will really read it. But then during discussion and some of the activities, they will I cannot really handle their behavior. But then my principal, he is very supportive. That's what I am thankful about also, because my officers, my colleagues, they are really supportive. And then so what I did is like I was trying also to ask about their culture. They like it when I chit chat with them, their culture, about the Mexican and the Hispanic culture, because most of their culture, it's really same with us Filipinos.
Yes,
The very
similar. Even names, no?
And they were wondering how come I know the bad words in Spanish. I told
Yeah.
them I heard that. I know the meaning of that. Oh, how did you know the meaning of that? Because we were like we were for 333 years the Spaniards invaded us. So
Yeah, we
I
were
knew
colonized. Yeah.
yeah. So there I think I started with that one. And then when I sense that they like to know our culture also, there I introduced to them one story. The title of the story is Oli Impan, or Holy Infant, by Alberto Florentino. So they like the story because these are two children. They came from a very poor family, and it's Christmas time. They will not have a house. So I was able also to inject some of the values, the universal values that we have, like being grateful, and all those like be thankful that you have this. There are children in the other part of the world who doesn't have those things. So I also showed them some pictures from the Philippines, so they like it. So there, because I have to also be the ambassador of the Filipino culture, right? So
Yes.
they like it. So they learned one Filipino song also, like about the Pasko
So you
or the
taught them a Filipino song?
Yes, I've taught them about the
You
Samay
taught them.
Bahay, something like that. And then
So how
also
was
the
it?
Silent Night. They like it. They of course there are some students who feel awkward about it, but at
Yeah.
least I was able to inject our culture. They are also asking me some questions regarding our currency,
So
the
they're really
temperature.
interested. Remember,
Yes,
these
yes,
are middle schoolers. So mga age niyan, mga nag-range sa
13, 14.
13,
Yes,
14, 15. Ano, 15 is mga ano na yan, high school na yan. So
mm,
mga 12, 13 yan. 12,
opo.
13, 14. Yun yung mga age ng mga middle schooler. Yeah, so ang magaling kasi you really were you were able to exercise, your other purpose, which is, cultural ambassador nga. And then the good thing about this is students, they're well aware of the cultural differences, and they also want to learn. And isa pa, they can relate sa'yo being an immigrant kasi some of them are also immigrants, coming from Mexico, Hispanic, mga Hispanic, they come, mostly coming from South America yan. So that's good. Wow. Ngayon, I have one question sa'yo. Expectations versus reality. Pero sasagutin mo na lang yan after our short break, okay? We'll pause for a break and we'll come back. So don't go away. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Marilyn Rogers. I am the auditor of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Greater Houston area. Please watch the Biz Talk every second and fourth Thursday of the month via Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy Facebook page and the YouTube channel. See you all!
And we're back dito pa rin sa Usapang Off the Record. Ibalik natin si Miss Rax. Yan. Okay, Miss Rax, meron tayong mga bumabati dito. Let's just go ahead and read some of the comments here. Maybe some of them are your friends. So let's bring them up here. Ito, si Shirley Alberto. Sabi niya, grabe, galing naman ni Miss Rax. Kilala mo siya, malamang, no? Okay, and then si Noemi Silvio, sabi niya, watching from General Trias Cavite, right? Tama ako dyan, no? And then si Pasita Ribote Gobrin. Sana tama yung pag-pronunciation ko. Huwag kayo magalit sa akin pagkamali, ha? Sabi niya, good morning. Saan kaya siya? Sa Philippines, malamang, no? Mga tanghalian na doon sa Philippines. And then si Sheila Ruby Hernandez Sugat, sabi niya, good morning po. Good morning din sa'yo. And si Emily again, sabi niya, go Ma'am Rax. Kolangoy ba or Kolangoy? Alam mo dito sa US, they pronounce it differently.
Kolangoy, yeah,
Kolangoy dito, yeah. Yes, and then, and then of course, si Pasita, then sabi niya, good job, Ma'am Rax Alberto Kolangoy. And si Rochelle Ligot Daseco, sabi niya, hi sis, sister ko yan. Pa-shoutout, Pasurobio, Pangasinan. Kumusta kilatan, taga Pasurobio? Tanghalian na, so antoy sira. Okay, and then si Jen Rifamonte Colangoy, kamag-anak mo malamang ito, go 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 Miss Rax Alberto Colangoy, sabi niya. Ayan, sandahin mo mga bate. So okay, my question kanina bago tayo nag-break, expectations versus reality. In just about 2 months na nandito ka, Of course, bago ka nag-start, may mga expectations ka, di ba? So, what were your expectations and ano naman yung mga realities mo when you started, expectation when you started teaching and realities now that you're already been teaching for 2 months?
Maybe my expectation was yung grade 8 sa atin kasi parang mga nene, mga totoy pa eh, 'di ba?
Nene
Attorney.
pa, tsaka todo.
Yeah,
Oo.
yeah, they're like second year high school. Pero dito parang feeling ko mga fourth year high school na yung mga ano nila, yung height and then the way they look and the way they speak also. And at first I was thinking that it will be easier for me to let them follow some of the instruction, but the reality is that you really have to build rapport to them, because there are a lot of people who were telling me that they will really have to build relationship to your students, and they were really correct. That's right, that you have to build relationship, because when I started with them, I was telling them, do not call me Miss Rax if we are not yet close. You call me Miss Kolangoy. So when after like few weeks, they were going to me and they were telling me that, so now I can call you Miss Rax. So I can feel that they are feeling also that they are close to me already. And then in
And
terms
that's just
of,
2 months, huh?
yeah, yeah. Although there are some students that I still need to really win their
Reach out to
hearts.
them, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But then but most of them, I'm so happy that I can already talk to them, and they will sometimes during break they will just go to my classroom and they will tell, hi, I just dropped by to say hi to you. Yeah, I was really touched because I know that their personality was not like that, but they will really go to me. And then this afternoon, because it's Thanksgiving break, one student went
Yeah.
to me, oh, I was looking for you since a while ago because I want to say goodbye before we have our long break there. So these are
Oh,
the
that's
things
very
that,
sweet.
yeah, because I thought I will not have something like that. That's why I was telling my son that if you will see a teacher, you have to say good morning or good afternoon, because some students they don't do that anymore. So it
Mm-hmm.
will really feel it will have some impact to us teachers there. So
Yeah.
in terms of support, it's really
Mm-hmm.
um
Support from school, right? You're
from
talking about
school,
support from
yeah.
school, uh-huh.
During my first week, I
And
received
colleagues, yeah.
yeah, I received in my what do you call this, like drawer. When I open it, there's a thank you,
Oh.
welcome card, yeah,
Yeah.
with something inside. And then another teacher also went to me that they chip in so that I will have a card also there. So and then there are some Filipino teachers who were here for like 20 years already. They every once a month they gather us all the new teachers, and they will give something to us. They will encourage us, and then they will ask us, what do we need? Do we have beds already? Do we have everything? As in, I did not buy anything, attorney, in our house, even the couch, everything, even the church here, because I was able to reach out to a church when I was still in the Philippines, and I've told them that we are
Mm-hmm.
like teacher family and pastor family, and we need help as we transfer here in Houston, and they all helped us. So I was talking to a nurse in other state. She was telling me, oh, you're so blessed that you did not buy anything in your house. So there, I think that's the best, that's the reality, that there are really bayanihan here in Houston, not just in the church
Yes.
but in the Pinoy Houston like page. A lot of Filipino reached out to us also and told us, what do you need, or how about your kids, do they need books, something like that. So that's,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
very nice. I was just smiling the whole time you're talking because that's I can feel the positivity there. Honestly, it's not easy, based on my experience, I handled beginning teachers, yung mga bago talaga, and I was talking to you about that. Na mostly the first 2 months, yan yung pinakamahirap. And like I said earlier, meron akong beginning teacher na hinandle na in just 2 weeks, nag-walk out na ng school, hindi niya na kinaya yung mga preschoolers. Preschoolers yung mga estudyante niya. But I was looking at you and I was just smiling because it looks like you're really enjoying what you're doing and you have so much support kasi yun naman na talagang pinaka-importante dito. And I was thinking about yung support na sinasabi mo because the Filipino community here, actually, many organizations here are trying to connect with each other to come up with a some sort of coordinated activities to help our teachers, yung mga manggagaling, yung mga bagong darating dito. Like what happened to you, we want to provide for your daily needs habang naghihintay ka. Because of course, it's not easy to uproot yourself from the Philippines and start a life here. Tapos syempre mag-start ka pa, wala ka pa namang sweldo agad. And you will need a place to stay, food to eat, transportation. And I just want to let everybody know that dito sa Texas, dito sa Houston, we have a very big community of Filipinos and a lot of organizations who are ready to help. You just need to reach out to them. Huwag kayong mahihiya because marami dito na willing tumulong. And yun na nga, best example nga yung nangyari kay Miss Rax. Tsaka si Miss Rax ay isa lang sa mga bagong teachers na dumating dito na talagang tinulungan din ng mga kababayan natin dito. So, wag kayong matakot sa mga nagbabalak na mag-venture dito. So, Miss Rax, eto na lang because our time is almost over.
Attorney,
So, yes.
I will just add, I don't want to give like a false hope also to other people. Of course, I have challenges, and just like what attorney told us, that because of the support system, those challenges, it is becoming lighter because of the people around me. Of course, I have
Yes.
problems. Student, I will ask a student. I will call a parent. The parent also, they were so warm, and they will not like they will stand with you with your
Mhm.
correction to their children. So that's what was good about talking to these Hispanic parents. Yeah.
Yeah. Kasi dito, it's really important to build your relationship not only to your students but also the parents. Kasi yung parents na yun, it's either they can make your life easier or the other way around. And Miss Rax, if you have a good relationship to your students and to the parents, for sure, Christmas, Valentine's Day, love to give gifts to teachers. Sometimes ako, when I was teaching, siguro ganito kataas yung stock ng chocolate na binigay sa ng mga estudyante ko. I don't even know what to do with them. Kasi everybody wanted to see me eating their chocolate na binigay nila. So they're like that also. If you are able to build good relationship, they're gonna be very nice and they're gonna make your life easier as a teacher as well. So that's good. That's a good start. So any last message na natin? Last message mo sa mga teachers dyan na nanonood sa atin who are probably right now thinking about, maybe I want to try teaching in the US.
Yeah, if your intention is really good, I think, and you have this dream to teach here in the US, I think the Lord will be with you and will guide you all the way. From the time that you will send your resume to the time that you will be hired by the HR of HISD, and then you will have your interview with the principal. If it's really the will of the Lord for you, it will happen. So just try and do not be afraid, and just be ready also. If ever you will be hired already, be ready, because it's not always a bed of roses, but it is a learning experience. It is nice to be a cultural ambassador of the Philippines in a foreign country.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, 'di ba kaganda naman. Alam mo ako, naalala ko tinuruan ko sila maglaro ng patintero. They enjoy. I don't even know how to call that in English. I think parang tinawag namin parang tag game, but kasi 'di ba patintero, you have to
Yeah.
tag them, 'di ba? So yeah, anyway, Miss Rax, meron tayong pahabol dito. Si Million Dawn, tama ba 'yan? Rekla? Tama ba ako? Sabi niya, "Galing ni Lord, may native born artista na tayo." Kakilala mo ba si Million?
Yeah.
Ayan. Well, thank you. Maraming maraming salamat, Miss Rax. We enjoyed the conversation with you. I hope na may mga natutunan natin mga audience and listeners. This show will be recorded. So if they miss it, they can watch it later on sa Facebook page and YouTube channel ng Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy. And also, mapapakinggan to sa Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Overcast, and Listen Notes. Ayan. And nako, this is already time and time to say thank you to all the audience and listeners ng Usapang Off the Record. To the President of Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy na si Fenji Villasin, maraming salamat. We miss you na here sa show. Ang Usapang of the Record ay brought to you by Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy and Ligot Dizon Law Firm PC. So, that's it for me. I'll see you all next week sa isa na namang Usapang Off the Record. This is Aileen. Have a great weekend dito sa US. Enjoy your Thanksgiving break. I'm going to try to enjoy mine later on. So let's just have fun weekend and make it worth it. So I'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.